like not your story to tell. Like he would just go get, periods of time he wasn't even with me. Events that he didn't, I think that was like when he was 19. It was briefly. Yeah, early in his career. So like he's got these like partial truths and they never like last long. But he tries to make it seem like he's got this long drawn out relationship with some short job he had. And I invited him to one of the events that I had with the Pentagon folks that I worked with, and he was like, about that job he had, because he was in a building nearby. He was like, I don't understand why you guys want to celebrate that. I remember where I was that day. It happened to me. It was the worst day of my life. I was like, bruh, I'm literally inviting him to a luncheon with people I worked with at the Pentagon. Weepers. Hi, Darla. But yeah, it was nuts. The things that he would think up to say and do and behave. He showed up there. Oh, thank you. He showed up to that luncheon and like ripped jeans and everything after I told him, everybody kind of dresses up nicely for these. And then he got mad and he's like, you wanted me to look stupid. Thank you, Darla. And so, yeah, then he went to go sit up at the bar. He was just really, attention wasn't on him. I'm like, God forbid we go out with my coworkers and stuff. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, I fully intend to. Like, there's no quitting. Sorry, I'm all fire. That's it. But yeah, so he did plenty to try to either embarrass me, humiliate me. He couldn't. He didn't like that I show up. I come into a room the way he wished he already did. I think he feels like he has to work too hard to come into the room. And he's just jealous of a lot of things. So, I don't know. It's a him problem. I'm not going to fight his little crybaby battles. Yes, they absolutely do. Yes, and I think about that often, like how to reintegrate that, aspect, because they were starting to feel better in those 5 short months away. And so there's, because I know it's going to be kind of multifaceted, and I think about the way they don't even realize it. But yes, absolutely, we'll need it. Because the things that they overhear that they should not be hearing at all. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, I had gotten them these cards a while back so they could talk about their feelings even when they didn't know how to express them or anything like that. So they could even identify it through just like the little graphics and things like that. And then we could talk about what that shows up as and that type of thing. It's true. It's true. You don't. When you just know how to be yourself, then you don't have to charge into a room. It is very much, yeah. And my dad is very influential. Yes. Yes, he was. Oh man, he hated that for some reason. I don't know. I could have been anything, but he just decided it was going to be Leo. But yeah, he did. My dad raised me. Well, my mom was there too, obviously, but my dad was a minister. Yes, sun and moon and a whole bunch of other stuff, North Node. So like Leo, everything, and then Aries rising. Yeah. Oh, I know. That was my thinking too. If I'm winning, you're winning. How do you not see that? Like, how are you like knocking me down? And if I'm bringing money in the house, then like I'm not. How are we not on the same team? But for some reason, it made him so insecure. But I did not come into the marriage thinking that we were getting ready to fight it out or compete or any of that sort of thing. But yeah, I feel like I was lied to. But yeah, like, just, hi Mallory. Well, thank you for coming in. Like, my dad lives in my head constantly. Like, the way he reinforced my way of thinking and the way to approach situations. So, just about, I don't know. It takes a long time to get here because my dad was always kind of a hothead until he wasn't. And then I saw him chill out a lot, and I was like, dang, I wish I could get there. And eventually, you know, I mean, I guess I'm more there than I was in my 30s and definitely my 20s, but you just see life from this vantage point of much more wisdom than just hot blazing, like, I'm just gonna knock everybody down when I want to get to the point, because it is the long game, which he played for himself. He played for himself and he played himself. So, which I guess he thought he was going to do something to me in that time, but I knew that at the end of the day, when it's all said and done, there was no character to speak of for him. Yes, my dad, not only the smartest person I'll ever know, but by far the wisest. Yes, absolutely. Yeah. That doctorate in theology that, what's his name, said he had, that was my dad's life's work that he was talking about. Yep, played for yourself. Yep. Yeah, that was what my dad was doing like his whole life. It started with like it was a ministry slash, ended up like starting it as a church in like early 2000s, but then it was like, it started as a Bible study in college, and just, he was just a really good teacher, especially a Bible teacher. So it's probably one of my favorite things to talk about. But most people think, like super leaning, you have to be leaning one certain way these days, but you know, so it's not, I think life has gotten to the point where we all think about ourselves and each other so one-dimensionally. Oh, hey, I saw you come in. Hi, Miranda. Thank you. Thank you. That's so sweet. But yeah, we all have so many, you know, talents and multiple ways of thinking and approaching situations, and it's just like, I think that's been one of the hardest things to explain is when I would hear people say, well, why didn't she just do this? Like, it isn't something that you just do. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, it's not easy being married to somebody in the military either. I know. I've had to see that. Oh, there's a spy in here. Oh my. Yeah. Maybe they'll learn something. But yeah, there's so much dimension to folks that it's really hard to say what you would say, what you would do, when given a set of parameters, especially, because it's not as cut and dry. And the other thing is, logic doesn't work when you apply it to people like that either. Logic has no measurement when you're talking about someone who behaves illogically. And that's the thing about abusers. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And there's just so many variables that you can't even describe, that don't even make sense when you're not in the situation. And so it's like, yeah, this, of course, is going to sound crazy to you because it is a crazy situation. So I was like, yeah, well, it does sound crazy. I agree. And I think it's designed that way. First of all, to make us lose our minds, and then also so that nobody would ever believe it, Yeah. Yeah. And see, that's a place that I've had to come from a lot. Is knowing that when I was especially like having panic attacks about my kids on a regular basis, I had to understand, that God protected me when my parents didn't know where I was, what I was doing every day. And the same God is going to have to stand there and do what he's always done. Because, far be it for me to step in and take his place, I appreciate it. I really do. I really do. Thank you. And it is good to know. Thank you so much. Thank you. I am glad to know. I do appreciate everybody who constantly keeping me uplifted and keeping me pushed through. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, I'm gonna jump off here in a minute. I'm super I'm glad for everybody who's looking out, for not just for me, but for my kiddos, That's super important. I take that so seriously. And I can't say how much it means to me because they are seriously the priority. Revenge and stuff, yeah, that'd be cool, but also that the karma would be on me for that. You know what I mean? Revenge, that's my karma note to sign. So I handed that over to. Yes, and I appreciate that. Yes, mothers show up for mothers 100%, and dads too. Dads too. But yes, absolutely. Yeah, I had to learn strength the hard way. One, my dad did instill, he saw the leadership in me and then just kind of built that. And he was relentless. It was not always easy, but in this time, it has really pushed me to actually not just be that on paper and not be that when it's easy and when it's convenient and when it's just a good time, but in the hardest days to have to be that type of leader that even when the weight is crushing to still have morals and principles and ethics. So this has been that. So yeah, absolutely. And I got to give credit to the family that raised me and the place where I come from to just say, like they didn't let up on me. I kind of laugh when people try to make fun of me, because not only am I Generation X, man, I was raised in the 90s, man. Come on. Like, come on. The craziest things said to me were to my face by people that loved me most. Come on. Like, and I was sitting there a while back thinking, what could somebody say or do to really hurt me? Like, what somebody say something and really be like, oh man. I was like, no, I don't think, no. But so, like, I mean, there's a lot that people call like verbal abuse and emotional, all that sort of stuff, and that's valid. It's 100% valid, and I am not taking that away. But what I'm saying is that I had to take a lot on the shoulders as a kid, as an eldest daughter, and then I had a bunch of cousins, and I was one of the younger cousins. So, like, all the family dynamics considered, and having aunts, and I just feel like that pressure cooker, this is the result, and and this is the fire, and just to hold on to what I know is right when nobody's looking, when it's just me in the dark. So I think I'm going to sign off for tonight, guys. But I will try to do this again on Thursday. I'm trying to get a couple more people that know the situation intimately to jump on a live with me, but I'm still trying to coordinate before I make any big audacious promises. Thank you so much. I appreciate it, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye. Thank you.